Oh, sorry. So we've not been recording all this, right? Okay, so we have a simple template. With this, everyone that attended this class should be able to pitch for their business. So let me go through it once again and give you the opportunity to talk using this template before we will be going into our breakout session and then come back for the next session of the class. And let me look at those that raised their hand. Mwali, Precious, are you still there? 4 people raise their hand. Precious, are you still there? Do you still want to talk?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, so go on. Let's see your business name, in a nutshell. I've worked with you using this template to guide you on what to do in a simple way. So I want to hear from the beginning to the end now. Talk about your business name, using the template from the beginning. So let's hear you. Thank you. So starts.
Okay, my business name is Fresh Fashion Exclusive.
Okay.
I illustrate design and sew dresses, and I'm located at Ebonyi State. And we sew elegant and unique wears, both male and female. Then my target audience are male and female genders of all age, those that want to sew casual dresses, lace, rosary dresses, and others. Then, sorry, ma, I don't.
Yeah, your
don't
target audience, then traction. Okay. Yeah, your traction. How did you start?
Okay. I actually started after COVID-19. That was 2020. I decided to learn how to to sew, at least to help my family and my community in development. I decided to go into learning, and after a year and 6 months, I was able to get my own machine, and I started sewing for people.
Wow.
From the house. I started sewing so after some time, I got other equipment that is needed. Though I was still schooling by that time, I was still in the university, and I was doing that. So for now, I'm serving, and I'm also sewing. So
yeah, go on. Okay, the next point. Yeah, how you've discussed on how it all began. So what level are you now in terms of revenue generation for yourself? At least, maybe you started in your room, you now have a shop.
Yeah, I now have my own.
That's the thing we want to hear in this particular aspect.
Yes, yeah. I started in my room, and I now have a shop where and many customers that comes to patronize me and others. Then my competitors are other fashion designers, but my
your financials,
uniqueness is that
your
my
financials,
price.
taking one after the other. So your financials. How much did you use in starting that business?
I started.
What are the sources of funds you use?
Okay, I started with 200,000 naira.
Okay.
The sources of the funds are from family and friends, my personal savings, and donations. Okay. Then my competitors are other fashion designers, but my uniqueness is that my prices are affordable, and it is convenient for my customers to access me. And I sew very well with good finishing and others.
All right.
So that is that.
And of course, how would you want them to
Then the
reach
last one.
you and all that?
Okay, yeah. My contact is 09067916783. You can check us
Anyway,
in our Facebook.
yes, just to add it when you are pitching. So that's just the essence of this. You can
All
see
right.
in less than how many minutes you've been able to share about your business. That's just pitching. Pitching 1 minute, 2 minutes, and you are done, and that million will come. That's just what we are teaching. You can see that this is more of practical. This is more of you being involved and being engaging. It's not to write or so. So it's like fun now, right? So money business is a serious business, but sometimes sometimes that money comes in the way of play like this. So that's why this class looks like very simple and but we know what we are doing. So it's just for you to pitch and be able to get that funding. So thank you very much. Let's pick
Thank you, ma.
someone else. So who want to go again? I have 10 people who have raised their hand. Let me check.
Ma, some of us are raising our hands in the
Yes,
comments.
okay. If you raise your hand, let's have you. I'm trying to check the names of those who raised their hand.
Can I talk
Yes,
now,
please
ma?
go on. Go on.
Okay. My business name is Timbi Treats,
Okay.
and what we are into, we make treats and pastries,
You make
particularly
what?
chin chin
You make what?
treats, pastries,
Okay.
particularly chin chin of different flavors
Oh,
for customers,
okay.
for customers that don't like, especially customers that are trying to avoid sugar and are looking for healthy way to take snack. So we add different flavors and make it in a good form for them. Our location is in Abuja, and our products are chin chin. We have the coconut chin chin,
Okay.
cinnamon flavor chin chin. We have about 25 flavors of chin chin, depending on the choice of our customers.
Mm.
So our target audience are young adults
Mm.
within the age of 18 to 35. We have the event organizers, event planners, maybe for all the catering events. Then we have those that are wholesalers and retailers. Those are
Mm.
our target audience.
Audience.
And our traction, I started last year during my
Last year. Okay.
NYSC service years.
Mm.
And what moved me to start was I um, I have people that have this health challenge and they can't eat snacks. They will crave for snacks, but they can't eat it. So I got to know that with my background in food science, I got to know that you can add some flavors that will make people eat healthy and they can enjoy snacks at a
Okay.
low
So
risk.
I want us to go into a breakout section because of time is I'm
Okay, ma'am.
already getting the notification now. So we'll be going into our breakout sections. The same group you maintained the last time. That's where you also join. So the rooms will be open again. Just click on the group that you were last time and join the same group. So all you will just be doing now is to put the BMC that you have done together as a group. You have to then put it into this pitch deck template. That's the task. That's a group work, and also we'll be counting your activeness during that time. So by the time we come back, we'll go to the pitching presentation proper. So you learn all you should learn. So this time we are done with the pitch deck templates session. So the next thing is to go into the group presentation or group classwork to your room to then go and do your assignment. So this is 11:29. 11:29. So we have to be back by 12. Yeah, you have to be back by 12:10.
Ma, hello, ma.
Yes.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon. Good
Okay,
morning.
ma. Good morning, sorry, rather.
Yeah.
Ma, I was in group 2, and I've been trying to look out to my other group members. I can't find anyone. I've chat them up, and
Fashion. I have different fashion people that make dresses for me, and like fashion A doesn't charge me what fashion B will charge me. Everybody have their different way of charging, but what will make me to pay is because of the service. We are looking at the value I'm getting from each of the different fashion person. Fashion A, oh, okay, fine. Fashion A might say, okay, I'm charging you this based on this. I'll say, okay, it's okay for me. I will take it. Meanwhile, for fashion B, it might not be like that. So the value we get is what we are paying for. You understand? So how do you want to be perceived? Value. So look at the value in that your business line and then charge accordingly. So, and another thing is that you have to be conscious of people so that you don't lose customer because of pricing, and you don't even push customers away because of pricing. And that is where the target audience comes in. Target audience include those who are willing to pay for that your service. So if you say you are maintaining quality because of how you sew your dresses, that's quality. So people of that caliber are the ones you are going to be targeting. So if anyone come to underprice you, you tell them that person is not your customer. So that's the way it is. So maybe in this process, we might have somebody else in this line that want to also share to encourage and answer this question. Faustina, I'm seeing your hand. Do you want to share anything to also add up to what?
Yes,
To
ma.
that,
Yes, thank you so much, ma. I wanted to
in
ask,
fashion line. So that is what we also guide her to.
yes, yes. I wanted to ask regarding our question on startup and everything. Since she's saying that she's just starting up and all, so what is it possible for her to also be teaching? Because in one of the requirements for the financials was that you should get a turnover rate and everything. Since she has not been with them for long, like for it's just startup. So is it that she will speculate, like estimate based on what she thinks to come up with
Yes.
a
So yes, you need to project. We call that a projected financials. You project like you are foreseeing your future that in the next 1 or 2 years, especially they ask you to provide a 5 years financial plan and you are a startup. So you need to start calculating like that. So you start by where you are now, then you look at other factors like the inflation and every other thing that we are facing that might make your cost of production to be high. So you need to consider all that in your financial. So as a startup, you need to project. You look at the projected, that's future plan. But if already business, it also you have the backup, you have the data, you have the evidence to show that you are doing this and that. So for startup, you just project, yes.
I guess it's also the same thing with cash flow too, right?
Yes. But cash flow is you are looking at the income, what comes in and comes and goes out. That's the cash flow.
Yes, I guess.
So
And now that there's not much cash flow like that, is it something you can speculate?
yeah,
Eh?
cash flow is what you sell, you record it. So your cash flow can be maybe monthly, can be maybe even is quarterly that your own cash flow increase. It is every 3 months that you work, that you produce or so. That is what you are going to put. That income, outcome, income, outcome, income, outcome. What comes in, what goes out? What goes out are the expenses you make in buying your material. Then the income comes as a result of payment of what you are selling. You also need to project that if you have not started making any income for the business, you will have to project all that. Okay, so I'm seeing can you hear me? Yeah, you talk Jim or Silica.
Ma'am.
Can you hear me? Break
Yes,
back.
ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I just want to contribute to what he's told the other lady that said she just started a fashion designing business.
Okay, thank you.
From my own perspective, since she's just starting, she should lower her price a little bit.
A little bit, okay.
Yes, in the sense that we Nigerians, we have trust issue, and being a new
Okay, unmute yourself and talk. Kindly unmute. Okay, is it okay now? Can you speak now? Hello, yeah, go on now. Yes, go on. Yeah, continue. Yes, I've muted you so you can continue. I've done that now.
Okay, yes, ma'am, back. So since we Nigerians, we have trust issue, and they want to, like, she have to convince them to taste her first, to taste her work. So I think she picked down her price a little. You must not maybe have like thousands of naira profit. She can at least put like 2,000, 2,500 profit on each one, so that at least she can gain their trust. They will come back. So by the time they come back, she'll be able to convince them that that one was just for a startup, so that she can convince them and they know the prices of things. But if she's using herself to compete with the outsiders that have already made their niche, they have their customers already, it will be very difficult for her to get her targeted customers, because that's a general problem for tailoring. There's trust issues.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah.
Sorry,
So
ma'am.
did you
To what you said?
Okay, yeah, continue, please.
Okay, my name is Tony.
Okay.
I'm also a fashion designer.
Oh, great.
The secret of a fashion designer is you start marketing your business or your product by using yourself. You start showing more of your clothes. You start showing more of your wares, so that when someone see you, like, I love this your dress, where did you do it from? You say, I'm the one that. From there you get to market yourself. And once you're starting as a newbie in a fashion business, your goal is not to make money.
Okay.
Your main goal is to attract customers. So you give them a certain price that they can never get elsewhere. Then once you have gotten customers, because as a fashion designer, once you start sewing for someone, the person gets used to you. That person can never leave you, and that person will keep on referring people because people love what they see. Once they see your product on someone's body, they'll ask that person, and that is how you begin to get referrals and other stuff. So I think that is the secret of a fashion designer. But mostly, once you start newly, you start sewing mostly for yourself. All your dress you do by yourself.
For yourself, okay, that's
Yes.
fine. Right.
Good,
Okay.
good afternoon, ma. I would like to contribute
Ma'am,
to
please.
that.
One
Oh.
more contribution so we can move.
Okay, my name is Tiamiu Taufikat.
Okay.
Yes, ma. I am not a fashion designer, but I would just like to contribute something to price because all business actually face the challenge of pricing.
Yes.
So yeah. So what I'm going to say is this: for a startup, I feel like she should go online, check other fashion designers, check what they do, and see like their price margin for each of the designs of the clothing they are doing. So because at times I'm into perfumes. Yes, I'm into perfumes. So at times in perfumes business, I might be selling something at the rate of 2,000 naira. But if I go online, I'm going to see people selling it as low as 1.5 or 1.2. So if I'm to put my price margin, let's say for instance, let me put my price margin as 1.5. That if there are majority of people selling it at the rate of 1.5, if I put my own at 1.5, I'm going to get my target audience for it. Do you understand? So that's just like my own idea. She should check internet, she check what other people prices are as well. That helps a lot.
All right, thank you. Fine, good contribution you have all made here. Important. Okay, Joshua, you want to say the last one for now? You just sent in a chat, Joshua.
Yes. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
I
afternoon.
think yes, ma'am. About the pricing, I'm not a fashion designer, but I'm a shoemaker. I make shoes, corporate shoes, slides, and all of that. So one very important aspect of pricing is actually location. It is very important. For instance, you wouldn't expect someone that shows that stays at Ikeja and pays a rent of let's say 300,000, 250,000 rent to be pricing or placing the same price as someone that pays over 2 million naira and rent on the island. In the aspect of bringing down prices, I quite agree with that, but there are exceptions to it.
Okay.
For instance, let's say you are sewing from the house. It is different. Your pricing will be different from someone that has gotten a shop. There was a mistake I made the first year I started shoemaking. I got a shop, and then because I wanted to attract customers to myself and all of that, I reduced my pricing a lot to let them come and see that I have low prices. At the end of the year, I couldn't afford to pay my rent. I had to ask my mom to add money for me. So what I was able to do is if then I was paying the rent of 200,000 naira, I divided 200,000 naira by 12. And then in a month, I know how much I am supposed to add to my rent, to keep aside for my rent, for my shop rent. So all of these things were. So I know that if I'm making let's say 10 pairs of shoes in a week, I'm supposed to keep let's say like 40,000 naira aside for that month. I'll divide 40,000 naira by 4 weeks, which is in a month, and then for every work I do, I know this percentage of my profit. So it helps me to like plan my pricing very well. So and also cost of maintenance of machines as well. Let's say for a person that is using an industrial machine and someone that is using a local sewing machine, their price would also not be the same, because when that sewing machine is faulty, cost of repairing it as well. These are little things that you're supposed to consider, so you don't underprice, and then at the end of the day, you just discover that you're working for your customers and you're not making profit as well.
Exactly.
That is just my little addition to it.
Something for you. Thank you. Yes.
Exactly.
Good suggestion. Thank you to everyone that have responded. So, have your question been attended to? Have you gotten enough response at least to guide you and help you?
Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone that participated. Thank you very much for your contribution. I really learned a lot from it. Thank you very much. So I'll begin to do justice to my pricing. Appreciate. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, yeah, so let's move on to today's to our next class for today. So pitching your idea. Maybe one or two people have gone for pitching competition before, or you have won funding in form of grant. So yeah, pitching. Today's topic is about pitching, and that was why we dealt with pitch deck template, and now we are going into pitching properly. So what you need to know about pitching and how you need to comport yourself when you go out for pitching. So I'm asking maybe one or two people, few people have gone for pitching competition, just two, let's take two who have gone for pitching, like pitching competition that you need to compete with other people at that event, a big event, and when you are called upon to come and talk about your business in a public space and the like. Maybe we have two or three people who have done that, and maybe you would like to share your experience with us before we proceed. Let me take two because of our time. So let me take one female and one male. Your experience. Did you get the funding? Did you not get the funding? What happened? How was the experience? Let's hear from you.
Hello, good morning, ma'am. Or
Good
good afternoon,
morning.
ma'am. Can I
Yeah.
proceed?
Yes, please.
Okay. I've been opportune to witness a business pitching presentation.
Okay.
That was during my NYC camping experience.
Okay.
So, the major focus in the process of presenting the business idea during pitching was basically talking about the business, like introducing the business, which comprises of the business name, the location, what it's about. That comprises of executive summary, vision, mission, objective, company summary, services rendered, marketing
Yeah, we know.
strategies.
So how was that exercise? So
Okay,
we
the
know.
exercise was great. At least for the first time, I got to really know outside, watching on platforms how it is done. I got to really witness it physically how it is. So, and the judges, the major concentration during their judgment session was basically on the financial analysis, the financial breakdown, and their key interest was majorly for existing business turnover.
Okay.
Yes, how much they needed for the funding, and when that amount is given, how they intend to make profits. It was majorly based on profit making. In case
So how was
you
it
accept.
with people with that tension to stand in the front of
Okay, some
camera?
persons, majorly, it was most of the participants, it was more or less their first time experience. Some were,
Okay.
the tension was there, it was noticeable, but as they continued speaking, for some of them, they were able to manage it. They were able to bring about that composure and present their ideas. And the best persons were awarded the prize.
All right, awesome. Thank you. Can I get one more person, a male now? Maybe you've witnessed or you attended your experience. How was it like?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Hi. Yes. I understand that pitching, there's a short pitching and there's a long pitching. And now the short pitching has to do with you just suppose now you're approaching a personnel in an office, or you have an appointment with someone. So that's where the short pitch comes in, and it's just about you telling the person how your business runs, how what the business is all about, and how your service is going to help the company or help the person. And then if there's more time, that's when you go into the long pitching, which has to do with maybe presenting business ideas, presenting the talk more of the business. So that's my own take on it. So I've not witnessed long pitching before, but I've witnessed short pitching. So for example, I work in a company that they do logistics. So we work with health facilities, we work with pharmacies, we work with hospital. So our pitching goes like this. Hi, my name is Rafael. I am a territory manager from Life Bank. We are a medical distribution company. We deliver blood, oxygen, medical consumables, and equipment to facilities like property. So that's a short pitch. That's a short pitch for me. So I think a long pitch.
Yes, thank you very much for that. So that's part of what we'll be learning in this session. You'll be learning the long pitch, the short pitch, and every elevator pitch and the like. So that's what we'll be learning in this session. Thank you very much. So let's move on. I'm trying to share. Okay. All right. So that's my I've just shared a Telegram group. Yeah, I just shared my Telegram group where I also have entrepreneurs in that community. So we provide services for entrepreneurs. So you can join the Telegram when you're done. I've shared it on the chat platform. So now, what is pitching exactly? Pitching is a presentation of your business plan to an investors, stakeholders, or lenders, or funders. I'll have to, let me mute everybody now so we can concentrate on this class. So can you all hear me now? If you can hear me, just put it in the group chat because I muted everyone. So I want to be sure you can hear me. So if you can hear me, put it on the chat. Yes, thank you. Yeah, thank you. So thank you. Let's move on. Pitching is just a presentation of your business plan. Last time we learned about business plan. So that business plan, the essence of having a business plan is not just to serve as a guide for your business, but sometimes it also serves as a funding tool, a tool for us to get funding from donors, from funders, investors, organizations, and the like. So business plan is very important. I also remember submitting a grant proposal for a client last week, and I asked for the business plan or business profile, detail of the organization, and it is from that I got information from the business plan or the business profile that was shared with me. So that is just what we need for when it comes to pitching. The information you need for pitching, you pick it up from your business plan. So that's why it's good to have your business plan ready. And you go for pitching because you want to get funding. Nobody is ready to go and stand in front of anybody to be talking about their business without anything dropping for you. Somebody will say, "Now that one I want you." You understand? So before you go for pitching, you need to know some things about going for pitching presentation. The essence of going for pitching is because you want to go and get funding for that your business. And because donors will not just release funding for everyone. It's just like this class that we're having this class, and Access Bank will now say they want to give funding to everybody. No, but those that did not even attend the class will claim that they attended the class, so they want to get access to the funding. It's not so. So that is why there is a room for pitching, to come and show to us that fine, you were part of the class, you did this, you participated in all the session and the like. So that's the essence of pitching. So when you hear that, come and pitch, know that there is something you want to get in exchange for pitching. Recently, there is this MSME award that was given to some selected MSMEs in Abuja, and one of my students, just like you're having this class too, she went through this my pitching competition, and she went for the MSMEs, and she got the funding and the other funding also. She got the, not just from Next Factory or Access Bank, from every other platform. You know, she was able to put this into practice. Please, can you stop that annotation? So your pitching must be engaging enough for potential funders, for them to be eager and to be willing to put that funding in your business. So that lady now, she got a car, and she also got an office or a building that was given to her in Abuja to use for her business. So if she didn't go to pitch, or she didn't even submit a pitch deck, this thing will not happen. So as a business person, we need to practice all this, put them into our lifestyle. As an entrepreneur, you should be able to have a lifestyle of telling about your business to anybody, at least at the end of the day, for you to get funding. That's just what pitching is all about. So whether you are building a new product, that is, whether you're a startup, or whether you are already into that business and you need to bring a new business or a new product into that business, and you are seeking for funding, then you need to pitch. You need to pitch clearly. So just like you are seeing, this is me and this is one of my colleagues, and we went for a pitching competition. In fact, that program hosted a kind of 2 weeks program, and at the end of that 2 weeks, we're asked to come and pitch. And you can see me arranging our building. We're talking about building, so we want to pitch for funding for building, talking about real estate and the like. So you can see my colleagues here also trying to defend us and talk about our products and our business. So pitching is all about that. So it's a serious business. Most of the time, they ask you for, in the process of this class, we'll be learning different types of pitching. So you will know the type of pitching that you might be asked to present. So what makes a great pitch? Of course, understanding the pitching scope. You know, when they say, the pitching is particularly for this sector, make sure you understand that sector. Don't go beyond that sector, especially if they call for fashion sector and you are in agric. Definitely they are not speaking to you, they are not calling you, so don't go for such. So another thing that makes a great pitching is gaining insight to the investors' record and funds available. You know, if you hear about Flourish Africa give 3 million naira for women in business, for women. If you want to, whether you are a startup or you have already started doing your business, Flourish Africa is a program you can also look into applying. So for Lauren Alakija, she give 3 million naira to business owners to help them scale up their business. So that's one. So you need to find out who are these investors that is giving out this money. So you need to also know if the funds are available. Like Tony Elumelu now, we all know that every year he gives $5,000 US to 1,000 entrepreneurs in Africa. That's another opportunity. So you also need to know that, oh, who is these funders? And do they actually have the fund? Yes, you need to find out. So component of a pitch deck also matters. What do you have in that pitch deck? So some people will give you guideline on what they want you to feel, why some will just say, okay, submit a pitch deck without a guideline. So you need to be knowledgeable about your business idea in mind. Whatever you are going to pitch, you need to hone your business. So you have that your business idea ready in mind. It's not a time to start reading about it. You have to know about that business. So it's time to sit down and learn about the available funds and investors before going to pitch. If somebody just come today and say, oh, we want you to pitch, somebody like me, I'll look at the person who is calling for pitching. Is the money available? Is it not that I'll go for pitching and tomorrow now you will hear that it's not working again? Yes, so you need to find out all these things. So, and also in describing your pitch, your vision is also very important. Your product, the services you are providing, the value you are giving. Value is what people will pay for. So your value also matters. Then who are your competitors? And of course, your financials also matters in pitching. Bemisola, what is this? Why are you annotating? So then you discuss how you're also going to attract customers from your pitch deck. We have the components of pitch deck. So based on that template we have, you can add more slides to it from these components and make up your own pitch deck when you are submitting. So the components include the problem. So what problem are you solving? Yes, problem that you have identified that you are solving. You should state them. What solutions are you bringing to that problem? What is your product exactly? Then who are your target audience? Like we've been saying, then uniqueness. What's that uniqueness of that your business? So what will make people to pay, is see your value proposition. So competitors, who are your competitors? And of course, in your pitch deck, financials matters. You need to state the sources of funds, how you get the funds, and all. And another thing that matters in pitching is that you need to know who you are pitching to. Know your potential investors. You have to know them. It's not everybody that call for pitching that you are going to attend. Know who you want to attend. In fact, as an entrepreneur, I advise people that find out who this person are before you submit your application so that you don't waste your time at the end of the day. So know your competitors. Okay, please, I'm trying to join back with my laptop now. So I'll have to sign out from this phone and join back. So please pardon me for that. Yeah, okay. Yeah. While connecting, let me continue the class. So you need to know your potential investors. Who are they? Where are they? You need to consider that when you accept an investment, it's about more than money. You are going into partnership. Now, I want to use Tony Elumelu again because number one, when you apply for the TEF application, you get to that stage of getting the $5,000 from Tony Elumelu. It didn't stop there. There is a continuity. And what do I mean by continuity? A lot of people, when they get the 5,000, they blow their horn, travel abroad, and most of the time, they won't even use the $5,000 for the project or for the business they claim to say they are doing. right? So they travel. I know people like that that did that. So that's why I'm breaking it down. So look beyond just getting that 5,000. Look at the partnership you are going to build. Now, when you go into partnership, apart from that 5,000, you know there's another 10,000 that you will get. Some people don't even endure that period of relationship building to get to that level of getting another 10,000 US dollars. In fact, after 10,000 US dollars, there is another level. That level, I know few of alumni that got 200,000 US dollars funding again from that platform. So you can see what relationship is helping to build. Relationship, partnership. Recording in progress. Okay, I think please just a few minutes. So that is what, okay. Just okay, yeah. So that is what partnership will give you. When you endure, you keep that relationship, definitely another one will come. So don't look at that first funding. Look at the other partnership you are going to get. In fact, there is somebody I know that started like this. She did all this program, and after the program, in fact, I'm seeing her now in partnership with Access Bank. Access Bank now, and she's now running a business directly in partnership with Access Bank. So what did she do? She learned that process of growing partnership, growing relationship. So that is very important. So don't just look at that first funding you will be getting from a program. Also, you need to perform your due diligence and research potential investors before making your pitch. Yes. Who are this organization that is funding us? You need to find out. You need to know them. You need to do your own assignment to discover who they are. Nobody will do that for you. You are the one that will do your own due diligence. Because in the process of doing business, entrepreneurs, you just want to go and pitch when they say submit your pitch deck, you send. Submit your pitch deck, you send. You don't even know who they are. I've seen a lot of people who call for, pitching, come and submit your pitch deck, we are funding you. At the end of the day, there is no fund. Maybe the donors disappointed them, and they will also come back and disappoint you. And meanwhile, you have strived to put up your pitch deck together, to do everything, and you sent to them, and what you'll be hearing is, sorry, we are moving this pitching to another time. So don't be like that. I know we all want money, yes, but then you have to be careful to know where these things are coming from. You need to do your own due diligence. Research your potential investors. So that you know. Okay, so this person annotating. I don't know why you are doing this. So let me see if I can go back to my system. I will stop that annotation. So you ask questions. Oh, some create those pitching ideas to steal ideas. So that is what we are saying. Some they do that. Some they get disappointment from their donors and the like. So advice for entrepreneurs is that you don't just go and stand in front of every investor and say you want to pitch. You need to do your due diligence. That's the essence of that. So you ask question, what stage do they invest in? If you are in the earlier stage of business development, you won't receive growth equity. Now, What do I mean by that? Tony Elumelu, he invests in 1 to 3 years of businesses, startup. So you know that once you are 4, 5, 6 years, Tony Elumelu funding is not for you. So why will you now go and start the application process and do everything, and at the end they didn't pick you because they've seen that your certificate shows that you are more than 3 years? So you need to ask questions. Which stage they invest in? No. Flourish Africa doesn't even have like 1 or 3. Anybody, just as long as you are a female. So you ask questions. There's another one FCMB is doing now, She Venture with Whisker. They're also providing grants. You need to ask questions. Then Access Bank is also doing a lot when it comes to programs that will give out grant also. So you need to ask questions. So if you are in startup stage and you see application that is asking for growth, maybe you want to scale up, then why should you apply? Why should you sign up? You need to know. So before making your pitch, you should have enough or a rough estimate of the money and resources you need or you will need to launch that your business. We all know that Tony Elumelu give 5,000. So if you are coming to apply to Tony Elumelu and you're asking him to give you 10,000, that's at the first stage. You are already missing it out. You are missing because he made it known. It's 5,000 we are giving, and we are giving to only 1,000 entrepreneurs in Africa. So you can see 1,000 entrepreneurs. So how many quota for individual? You need to know. Ask questions because this will serve as a guide for you not to make mistake in sending out your pitch deck. So research. What's the investor's track record? For instance, now Access Bank that is funding this. Of course, we all know that they have that record. So when you research, that is what will give you the assurance that, they are credible organization. We are also running, in fact, we are not done with a project we are running from UNDP, sponsored from UNDP and EU. And we also provided grants to all our participants. And we are having this training going to like eight states in Nigeria now, in partnership also with UNDP, EU, and also from Net Factory that we're also running this. So you can see when such opportunity comes, we know that we already have community that we are targeting such funding to. So on your own part, you need to do your research to know where these people are coming from. Do they have investment history? And so this information, if you know, will help you to modify your pitch and determine if that funding or the pitching is the right one for you to go for. If you are going for TEF, you should know that you are going to partnership with Tony Elumelu and everything associated to him. And that's why a lot of TEF alumni, you see picture talking about Tony Elumelu and the likes and the impact in businesses. So it is partnership. But then you need to do your own due diligence research and to know the industry they also invest in. Like I said before, they might be targeting products. What do I mean by products? Maybe you have agri products. They are looking at those that have products, renewable energy products, biofuel, or green cooking and the likes. Or is it that they are targeting services? You are into services, you provide cleaning services and every other services. Is it that you also need to look at what the focus of that organization is? So for example, Rethink Education. In case you are in education sector, this is a link also for you. Rethink Education is a venture capital fund that invests in early and growth stage education technology startup. So you can see, if you are in education, you already have retained education to click and check and see what they have for you. So knowing the types of companies that they invest on can really help you tailor your pitch and zero in on their presumed priorities. So if they are calling for fashion and you are in agri, don't waste your time saying you want to apply. All right. So research, do your due diligence. Nobody will do that for you. Then consider how you are presenting yourself. You know, pitching, especially when you go for live pitching. So you need to consider everything about yourself, your dressing, your manner. Maybe when you walk into the office, are you the type that don't even greet? You are on your own. You just go sit down. Me, I'm on my own. I'm a shy person. I'm always hearing that, and I'm like, oh, you're in business, and you're still saying you're a shy person. So how do you want to make income? How do you want to market your business? How do you want to sell your business if you say you are shy? So you need to know how you are presenting yourself. So investors also want to know that they are entering into a partnership with the right people. So they want to have a good perception about your character and your trustworthiness. Okay, so because of my work now in grant writing, recently they've been asking for trustworthiness certificates. And as a business, most of the time you want to ask me, how will you get trustworthiness certificate? So it means that you have to go to your bank to issue you a trustworthiness certificate. Can you see? And for an investor to be asking for trustworthiness certificate, it just shows that they've been recording a lot of unquestionable character from entrepreneurs. So how is your character when you are called? Even in this training that we are having, how are you comporting yourself for this training? So character also matters, because all these investors are also looking. So they also want to know whether the founders have worked together before. That is, if your startup early, have complementary skill sets. And this is talking about team now. Who are in your team? Do you have that the complementary set that should do the task? For instance, somebody in production line. Of course, you should have production manager. You should have a quality assurance manager. After the production is being done, there must be somebody to go and check the quality of that as part of your team. You should have your accountant as part of your team. You should have your lawyer as part of your team. And like I advise, even if you don't have the money to pay for all these people, why don't you build the good relationship so that that relationship can give you those lawyers or those people even for free as a relationship wise. And that's why they say your network is your net worth. So what do you have in your network? Yes. So attitude matters. Think about this, as you prepare your pitch, and maybe while you are there, investor now poke holes into your idea. Are you the type that will get defensive, like you are looking at them, why will you ask me this question? So are you the type, do you want to lie about your financials? Because all these questions will come up during our pitching competition. Also, serving as a judge for this program, we always ask them questions, and some of them will, maybe the question is somehow, why are you asking me those questions? But do you know that those questions are part of the pitching? So what is your attitude towards questions that judges will ask you? Because we will ask you questions based on what you have submitted. Yes. So if you start second guessing about your reactions, like your financials, when we start asking you questions about your financial and you start second guessing, for us, of course, you're already telling us that you don't know what you are doing. Yes. So attitude matters. So you need to check that when you go or before you go for pitching to work towards that. Then tell a story. Yeah, we were asking the last time that telling your story, how did you start? Where are you? And so this is where you now have to tell your story. Most of the time when describing your business idea, zero in on the problem. You start the story by, can you see that anytime that we have rainfall in Lagos, we'll have what gutter filled with pure water nylon, bottled water. You started with problem, then you move again to how your business or your solution will now be addressing that problem. You start from story, then you can then start by saying how it came. Or maybe somebody died as a result of eating adulterated food, or using adulterated oil to make a food, prepare food, and as a result of that there was complication, and that was how you picked up that problem and started providing solution in providing red oil. And so you need to also look at how you are going to put story into that your pitch deck. Story linger long in our memory. If you tell me a story, like even if it's not a genuine story, but there is a way you can make it look real. So those stories are the things that the funders, the investors, the donors are going to hold on to. That, wow, this is nice, so that is how it is. So you have to tell a story. So you could do this by presenting a real life scenario in which you describe the pain points a current or prospective customer face, and how your product or services fixed that issue. Just like the lady that said she started her business by massaging her mother, right? That's a story, and it came from a problem. So that is how to put in your story into your pitch deck. You must have a way of telling that story, even in that short time that you have been asked to come and pitch. So this will help engage investors. We help engage investors on a personal level and inspire them to see your ideas potential. Yes, story. If you use story, in fact, it stays longer in the heart of investors than just coming to tell us about many things in your pitch deck. Story. So find a way to get the story to share when you are pitching. So this can come as a complimentary spreadsheet or chart, when you are sending in your pitch deck, a photograph or a picture to show something about the story you are sharing also will be good. Yeah, so cover the details. So whatever timeline you have been given, yes, very realistic and very catchy. Yes, true. So you also need to cover the detail of that your pitch deck. What do I mean? If you are given 2 minutes to pitch, everything you want to say, you must have it in 2 minutes. And that means that for you to have a 2 minutes, you have done your homework. You have done the video presentation. You have practiced and practiced and practiced alone in your corner. to make sure that that video is just 2 minutes. It's not more than 2 minutes. And in that 2 minutes, you are able to state everything, to cover the whole of the details. And the details include the size of the market. You know, we learned about the total available market. So what's the size of your market? And this is talking about the opportunity. Your opportunity. So how do you plan to attract and retain your customers in that business? So how can you also create barriers to your competition? So when you are talking about covering all details, you need to state all this also. Then state your plans. Okay, so this is me again in Ghana. All right, so yeah, I also attended a pitch competition there in Ghana. We empower women on making these cookies, and after empowering them, I also want to create access to market for them. So whenever I have opportunity, I get their products and go and pitch their products. So this is one of my pitching competition as a pitching event in Ghana. And you know, talking about stating your plans, after delivering my pitch inside, I display the product outside. So most of the time, if you are going for pitching competition, it's also good to go with your product if you have the product ready. So when you so I was trying to state our plans, because the question was, how do you plan to monetize the business? Fine, you are training people on making these cookies, but then how do you want to make money out of it? So how do you want to generate revenue from these people you are empowering? And so you should be able to state your plans on how you are going to generate money. And most of the time, because investors want realistic information, and don't just give them vague number or vague amounts, and just give them what they've been hearing. So there must be a genuineness about that your business. So that was what led this man, you know, one of the judges and part of the funders, that came to say, wow, he's so interested in what I'm doing and they want to come and see my product. And after then, I got the advice that, okay, instead of using container, because I remember traveling to Ghana with plastic. In fact, it was an issue of weight. So he was trying to advise me that, okay, instead of using container, why don't I go into pouch? You know, this was 2019. So, you know, we got the advice of going into pouch. So from there, so another thing investors will also give you advice or mentorship, guidance, and on what they've been seeing, and they will also tell you on how to go about improving that your business. Yeah, so you know, because they've seen many companies miss their target while pitching, so you have to be realistic, you have to state your plans, you have to be sure and make sure that that thing you say you are doing is what you're actually doing. So show the roadmap. Although you've been in the early stages of your business, yes, but investors want to know how they will cash out in the end. Yeah, so when investor come and meet you that, okay, we want to put 50,000 US dollar into your business, how are we going to get back our fund? So you need to tell them, show them the roadmap from point A to point Z, how they are going to get their get back their funding. So to clean your pitch, highlight your exit strategies and the options available. So we'll also be learning different type of exit strategies. Exit strategies is just like how do you want to wind up, you know, close the business. If in 10 years time or 20 years time you don't want to do that business again, how do you want to exit? Then how are we going to get back our own money? So that is why it is important as a business to have exit strategies in mind. And even these days investors, they always ask the questions that what are the exit strategies you are adopting in your business. So it is good for us to know different types of exit strategies. Fine, you are starting, like I said, is a new business, or rather you have not even started, but you have that idea. But one thing you should also think or have in mind is that after 50 years of running that business, how do you want to exit it? Do you want to hand over to your maybe a child, your children or so? Do you want to give it out to another company? Do you want to merge and so? But the most common exit strategies remains the. Can we stop this chat because it's disturbing my screen? So we have the acquisition exit strategies, we have the merger, then we have the IPO. So I'm going to explain the three now, and we see which strategies you would like to adopt. So acquisition, this is when one company buys most or all of another company shares to gain control of it. So at this point, I will be asking us questions. So I will unmute everyone so that we can share our thoughts on these exit strategies, because it's really important and we really need to have at least one exit strategy. So merger, of course, when two existing companies are united into one new company. And of course, we have the IPO, initial public offering, when a private company issues its first sales of stocks to the public. So I said it's good to start small, but go global. Think global and go global. Of course, you've started small, but don't remain small. So at this point, let's take your contribution on the exit strategies you think your business would like to adopt at this moment. All right. So can you speak now? So Matthew Olanipekun, yes. What's the
Okay.
exit strategy? Yes, for your own business, like even if you are just starting, like I said. So what strategy do you want to? Would you like to hand over to your family, your children?
Yeah, good afternoon, ma. First, I really want to appreciate your time in explaining deeply on this pitch video and pitch deck. Sincerely, personally, I'm very, very grateful. I'm happy that I was opportunity to be among this training program. For my business, because I deal with auto gas conversion. And
okay.
The exit strategy, most times, part of the training I have been to, they always tell you exit strategy is not mainly when your business is not doing well. Sometimes you may be doing well and you want to leave. Maybe you just want to go and buy island in one particular country just to ensure you enjoy yourself through the rest of your life after you have money. So one of my own strategy is considering selling to my competitors, those who are larger than me, that can actually buy me out. Let's say Nipo, Axila, other competitors in the line of business. So just sell my company, buy everything out, and I find one island, I enjoy myself through the rest of my life.
Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. Let's hear from another person, your exit strategies,
Okay. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Okay. I would suggest, I would choose merger, because with merger, yes, with merger, you still have a say in the business, you still have authority, you still have your own share in the business. And you're trying to merge with a more knowledgeable company, with a company with much more capital. And this time around, you're going to work with much more talent that will bring marketing and rebranding to the business. So merger, it's a good one for me.
For you. Awesome. Thank you very much. Let's take more people. Yeah, 4 people raise their hands. Sefi Saliu.
Okay, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I want to appreciate you for, I think I'm enjoying the class so well. For me, having a spa, I like to, take it down to my children,
Okay.
probably anybody that is interested, like any of my kids, my child that is interested, because I'm planning to make it bigger, because there will be other branches apart from the spa. I'm going to be including other branches. So my children will take over after me. Thank you, ma'am.
You know, this our side of the world. When there's this thing that when the founder of a business die, it's likely that that business will also die. So that's even why there is importance. This merger exit strategy is very important for us to adopt as we are growing in our business, so that we know that, okay, if anything happened to me, or maybe so it's really good. Thank you for that. Let's have the other contribution. Yeah, Sandra, Otibo, Grace, Kolawole, are you
Grace
there?
Kolawole is here, ma.
Ma.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Thank you very much, ma.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Please hold on for Grace. So since she started, so
Thank
Grace
you very much.
Kolawole, yeah.
Yes, so I think one of my exit strategy would be merger, just so that just like you've advised, the business doesn't die when I'm no longer in business. Something like what Bernard Adnott family does, the generational kind of business where the family keeps despite the father's age, he has brought in Antonio, and the business will keep going even though he's no longer there. So I think merger works.
Yeah.
Yes, just so the business does. Thank
Hello,
you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so let's have the
Hello. Okay, ma'am. Hello.
Okay.
Can I proceed? Okay, I'm not really going to contribute on this. My network logged me out earlier, so I wanted to request a slight favor from you. If you can help me share the slide, like the slides. I stopped at ask questions under the pitching so that I can follow up.
Admin, you have to get admin. So this is just we've moved to another slide now. So let's you get that this slide presentation from Next Factory admin, so it's not a problem. So just
Good afternoon, ma'am.
chat her via WhatsApp to send it. I'm sure she would have sent it to the group, so it should be on your WhatsApp group. You should see that. So
I'm
let's
not
move
on the WhatsApp group, so I messaged her. I don't know if she has responded.
Yeah, so you have to follow her up to add you. I'm not in charge. Yes, WhatsApp group. So let's have feedback from Faustina. Are you there? Lush Green Medical Center. Are you there?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Yes, ma'am. On my own part, over time, I've learned that family and blood and money rather, do not mix. So instead of handing over my business to my family, over time, while working with a certain group of persons
Hello.
under me, there are some that have proven to be more efficient that I know, okay, even when I am not there, they can handle my business in my absence. These are people that probably might have worked with me for, let's say, up to 15, 20 years, and then they've proven their efficiency. When I want to leave, gradually I might decide to, in phases, transfer my equity to them, or, you know, so at least it will ensure a level of smooth transition instead of bringing in total strangers who don't really understand what it took to build that particular business. At least they've been with me for some time and they knew how we were able to build certain things. I would love to transfer majority of my shares to them while still maintaining my minority share. So I won't entirely transfer the whole business to them at once. In as much as I'm transferring it to them, I will still remain like a partner in the business until maybe much later when I might decide to give them full ownership or sell off the remaining equity I have left in the business.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. So, it's just a good way for us to think and try to position our business well. Thank you very much. Let's take just one more so we can move. No, just one more person. I have 7 hands raised. So if you are there, you can speak. I won't call name.
My name is Dr. Tina Davidiga, Lush Green Medical Center.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so my exit strategy will be initial public offering so that
okay.
it can help me grow my business and then help me expand on a larger scale. And also help me when when I grow older, of course, to leave it to my children.
Yeah,
Yes.
so we have the explanation of that initial public offering also, because a lot of people are going into that merger, and so you can also see different options and why you need each of those, or why you should choose any of those. It's a good one. Thank you very much. All right, so let's move on so we can complete our task for today. So I'll be muting everybody back. Once it is time, I'll unmute you all again. All right. So kind of pitches. Yes, so we have different types of pitches. So we'll also be learning different kinds of pitches here now. So while all strong pitches share foundational elements, there are different types to use depending on the scenario. Yes. So to increase your chances of success, you must tailor your pitch to your audience and the available time frame. That's just it. Available time frame. There was a time I was at a pitch competition also like that, and we were given 2 minutes to present yourself, talk about your business and the likes. And there was this one of us that came also, and the judges were already saying time up, time up, time up, and this guy continued though. He continued. I was like, they've already said time up, so what does he want to say? Time is already against you, so that alone has disqualified him, because when they say 2 minutes, you want to take 4 minutes, then there will be an issue. So we need to work with time. See, pitching is not number one. When you are going for pitching, first prepare your mind that it's not a do or die affair. If I get it, good. If I don't get it, I'll still be myself. It's not a time to go and kill yourself and the like. So I remember the MSME award in Abuja then, and when they called the winner, the first runner up, and every other person was like, oh, why will it be this person? Oh, why will, a lot of things. But then that's the way it is. There will always be a winner, and there will always be, nobody will lose. The only thing that you will learn to improve again next time. So there will be another opportunity for you to come again and again. So look at those things that you didn't do well and then try to perfect it against next time. That's just what pitching is all about. So you should also have a blueprint for how you plan to test your products, the market fit, early results, and a detailed monetization plan. Yes, share your strategy, exit strategy, and so let me note down. So now we have the elevator pitch. We call it elevator pitch because the time at which you use the elevator, maybe you are moving from the ground floor to the fifth floor. It's not more than 60 seconds or less than 60 seconds most of the time. So that's why it's called elevator pitch. So what will you be able to achieve in that short time? If you meet I don't know who you want to meet, or maybe you want to meet Dangote, you want to meet Tony Elimelu, Folorunsho Alakija, whoever you want to meet. Yes, so in that few seconds, how will you be able to tell that person about your business? And of course, you are not just telling the person about your business so that the person will nod and say, oh, interesting, oh, nice. But something should come out of it. Either, oh, here's my card, call me, or let's have a meeting so that we can, or send you a pitch deck, so that we can have more discussion on that. That is just the essence of pitch deck. So entrepreneurs, and it's one of the popular pitches that is being used by everybody, and that's why they say send your 1 minute pitch deck or 2 minute pitch deck. Yeah, it's elevator pitch deck. So entrepreneurs uses this when they need to communicate their startup's value in 60 seconds or more. An effective elevator pitch should be concise, convincing, and convey your status value, proposition, and differentiation. So these things are what we've learned also before. So at the end, include a call to action, such as the amount of capital required to launch your business. So when we are done with the types of elevator pitch, I'll also give room for us to talk about our business again. So then we have the short form pitch. So this try to portray your business idea, your value to prospective clients and investor as effectively as possible. And this means summarizing the most important elements of your idea in a way that makes them want to hear more. So it starts from elevator pitch. That's a 60-second meeting with that Folorunsho Alakija, and the next thing is, okay, send me your short form pitch, send it to this email and the like. So this is when this short form pitch can then come to be. Of course, you then have to expand and make your short form pitch. So short form pitches can run from 3 to 15 minutes. Yes, 3 to 15 minutes. If it is video, they will ask for 3 to 15 minutes. So when Tony Elumelu started the program, that you asked us to send a 5-minute video. 5-minute video, yeah. So that kind of pitch is a short form, 5-minute video. So 15 minutes also is still short form as it is, and usually done live. Yes, so most cases, if you are not asked to send a video, it's a live presentation. So with either PowerPoint or keynote slides in the background. Yes. So if you are being invited for a short form pitch, most of the time I advise you go with your PowerPoint presentation. So when you are pitching, you are able to share your slides in that time frame that you are also given. So of course you need to note the length that they are also asking of you. So if it is 5, 10, 15, you also need to know. And in making your presentation, you should always introduce yourself in any presentation. That was why I started with what's your name and what's your business name and the like. So this is a very simple pitch slide also, that you can, a punchy slide that you can add in your presentation. It already has a picture of you that has your name. Then you different slide that talk of different thing that they requested of. This is very simple. When anybody click it, oh, it's will be able to see what you have in there. So mention your name, mention your team, and of course start with introduction basis, then explain your solution, describe your success story, define your target market, explain your plan to customize for customer acquisition, outline your competitors, yes, describe your business model, and provide your financial projection. Simple. That's what pitch deck is all about, and that's what we want to see when we ask you to come and pitch. Then we also have the long form pitch. So sometimes entrepreneurs are fortunate enough to have more than a few minutes to pitch their idea. So if this opportunity presents itself, it's important to make the most of the time, because this is the opportunity to address every aspect of your business plan. Yes, so I've seen pitch deck that is up to 15-20 slide. I'm like, wow, this is a long form pitch deck. So they want you to put everything must go in there. So if this is the one that you have been asked to submit, of course, you also know what you do, and your story, you must share your story of impact, what you've been doing, how it all began, and so your story also matters. Then yeah, long form also continues. So a long form pitch should communicate the business concept clearly, and of course open the possibility for follow-up questions and capture the investors' interest. So we can ask questions, or maybe, oh, when is the timeline, when are we likely to get back feedback from you, and all those things. So you have the opportunity to ask when you've been asked to send your long form pitch. So consider preparing all 3 pitch lengths so you can be ready for any opportunity. Like Faith Foundation, they have their own different templates. Flourish Africa, they have their own different templates. Tony Elumelu Foundation, they have their own different templates. All organizations have their own different templates. So you need to just work with the template they have asked you or they have provided for you to use. But it could either be a elevator pitch deck, a short form pitch deck, or a long form pitch deck. Whatever pitch deck template they ask you to submit, that is what you need to use. And that is the way it is for accelerator programs like this, because every organization have their own template. So landing your pitch. Every investors prioritize different data and information. Yet, if you start by choosing the right investor and then aligning their needs with your proposed market opportunity, your value proposition, and your exit strategies, you have a chance to land your pitch. So let me okay, I wanted to ask a question at a point. Yeah, from the elevator pitch here now. So let me open the unmute everyone now, so you can then share your elevator pitch. We are already rounding up the section, so let's hear your elevator pitch. You have that for the sake of this class, I will just be doing 30 seconds to talk, just breakdown of your business for 30 seconds. Yeah, and let's hear you in 30 seconds on elevator pitch. We are working on elevator pitch now, so let's go. So I've seen 3 hands. Yeah, Lush Green Medical Center. Yes, Matthew, I have you. And Rodiat. Okay, so who is going elevator pitch now? Rodiat, I can see your hands. Do you want to share? Yes,
Okay, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. A breakdown of your business in 30 seconds. That's a
All right. Okay. Should I go now?
yes.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rodiat. I am representing Wesley's Delight. Wesley's
Okay,
Delight
so
is the
it's okay, Roger, hold on. So you tell us, assuming this elevator now, then who is this man you are meeting? So let's hear the name of the man you want to meet or the woman you want to meet. So assume that you're now telling, pitching to that person. So that's how I want us to start now. That okay, I'm meeting for Lauren Show Alakija. So I am telling her, then you go on to tell her what you want to tell her about your business.
Okay, my name is Rodiat Abdulaziz. I want to meet Folorun Shalakida, Mrs. Folorun Shalakida. So I'm pitching for Mrs. Folorun Shalakida. Should I go on?
Yes, you've met her in the elevator. So talk to her.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mrs. Folorun. This is Rodiat from Wesley's Delight. I really admire what you do at your industry, and I believe with what you are doing, it can help youth specifically to plan their life, and especially in the fashion industry. So I noticed that in your industry, most of your workers,
30 seconds.
nutrition is very, 30 seconds, Abby, 30 seconds. Okay, nutrition is very important. So I believe I can collaborate with Wesley's Light. I can offer you a value whereby your workers have to get healthy drinks and consumables. I'm looking forward to have to meet you properly for a better discussion. This is my card, and thank you.
All right. So let me just speak to that. You are meeting for Lawrence, your big madam. You are giving her your card. Do you think she's interested in your card? She's interested in what you are doing? So for me, I see it as you because she won't call you, or do you think she will reach out to you back? No, because she's a busy woman. So you are the one that will start like, oh, please, ma, can I have your card so that I can share or send more information because, of time limits. Do you understand what I mean? If you give her your card after that session, that's all. Even if she collect the card, she won't call you. Do you get the point? So that's how pitching is.
Yes,
so
yes.
Thank you.
So I'm supposed to tell her that. Can I get your information so that we can further this discussion on how we can
Yes.
collaborate?
And for you to say, can I get your contact? Of course, it's a mood. So you can't just say it like that. Of course, you need to watch how that will play out so that it won't sound like you're disrespecting her by asking for a card. You understand? So there's a way you're going to put in. Of course, I know the timing is short, but I like to send more information. Please can I send again your email? Most people are comfortable releasing their email than releasing their card. Even if she has a card there, she might say, oh, I've exhausted my card. I don't have my card. You understand? So it's a mood. You're right. Right? So you have to study that mood. Even in that short time, we are looking at 30 seconds. So that's the way. But anyway, you did well. Thank you. So let's get okay, so Roddy had spoken. Sandra Otibo, do you want to say something? Then Ajibola Bolawa. Osas Omokaro, are you there? Okay, Moses Akorede, yeah, you can speak up.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
My name is Awe Moses again. I'm meeting with Mrs. Latija. Ma, good afternoon. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Nice meeting with you. Oh, I'm representing Emos Real Estate Company. So we sell land, we sell housing properties to our clients, and we have quality and affordable homes across Lagos and Ibadan. So, Ma, because of the time limit, please, can I have your email so that I can send you some documents and you can see all our flyers? Thank you, Ma.
Okay, well done. But do you know that in our Nigerian culture, we are not in Oyibo land that you can say, Amakan, she might just look at you that you send, give you my contact. For what now? Because you say you are in real estate. I'm not interested. Or what of if she say, well, I don't have the time. I'm busy. I'm going somewhere, and she didn't give you that contact. So, do you get it? But then you have to be able to pass the message across. That's just what elevator pitch is all about. The message must be passed across. And then the other thing is the funding you need. You might not be able to even tell him or her that this is what you need. But when there is another opportunity to send your proposal, yes, send your proposal, that's common. And that is when you now have to then put the funding that you need. Yeah, thank you. So let's get Sandra, are you there? Ajibola Bolawa, are you there? Ojulo Charity, are you there? Endurance Basi, I want to take
Charity
2
is
more.
here.
Charity, okay, great. So let's have you.
Okay, Ma.
Who want to
Okay, my
pitch
name
to?
is Charity. My name is
Yeah,
Charity Ojulo. And nice
yeah.
meeting you, Your Excellency Pitobi. And we appreciate we appreciate your contribution in the education sector in Anambra State. And I'm currently the headmistress of so XYZ school, and we are planning. We know you believe in developing the future of tomorrow. That's the children, and we are currently trying to host a program. We are currently trying to host a program for the children. I would like you to address them, even if it's for just 2 minutes. So we would like to have your contact, or how we can maybe come to your office for more information, sir. Thank you.
Wow, you know why I like this? Because it went straight to the point that we want you to come, and in so doing, he will be interested. I'm looking at individual now, Peter Obi, and you brought education stuff to him. Definitely, he'll be interested. So he can even say, okay, oh, fine, that's great. I love that. He might even respond and then give you his card because you have made a point. Education, that's problem, and you're also inviting him because for him, he will want to also use that platform to show, part of his work when he come now. They like pictures, and so that's a good one. Thank you very much. Yeah. So let's have
Hello,
yeah.
Sandra, can I speak, ma?
Okay, good afternoon.
Okay. Good afternoon, His
Yeah.
Excellency. I am Sandra Otivo, the lead person for Sanjogen Cleaning. Firstly, I
His
must
Excellency,
commend
who is the
you.
person, no?
Okay, His Excellency, Governor of Edo
Who is
State,
the
the person
person
of
now?
Godwin Obaseki.
Abi, who are you pitching to? We need to know who you are pitching to.
Can you hear me, ma?
Hello,
Hello?
Sandra. Are you still?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Sandra, me, I can hear you. I think she has a
I can hear you.
problem.
Can you hear you, Sandra?
Okay.
I think it is from her place. For me, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, continue, Sandra, please.
Okay. Good afternoon, His Excellency, the person of Governor, the person of Godwin Obaseki, the Governor of Edo State. I am
Okay.
Sandra Timo, the lead person for Sanjogen
Do
Cleaning
you,
Enterprise.
do you think Governor?
Firstly, I would like to commend you on the aspects of the environmental sustainability in those states. through your collaboration with the Ministry of Environment in maintaining a clean and hygienic environment for Edo's citizens through the various environmental programs. Hello, are you with me?
Yes, please.
Okay. To bring about the reality of this goal, my company is into cleaning services, majorly for house owners, post-construction services, and the total maintenance of the environment and eradication of pests that are pests and this
By this time, before you even finish your presentation, he had gotten to where he's going. Are you
Okay.
aware? 30 seconds. So this one, you are just still thinking of what to say. He has gotten to where he's going. So at the end of the day, you just talk and talk and talk. Nothing happens. So can you see what we are saying when it comes to elevator pitch? You have to be smart. You have to be fast. You have to be conscious of that this person is going somewhere. So it's not just in elevator. Consider that maybe at an airport. You just meet at an airport and he's hurrying to go somewhere. Before you know it, his PAs and the aides are already waiting to take him and lead him to the car. And you only have that a few seconds, like 30 seconds or 60 seconds to tell him about yourself. And you are still there, what do you think he will? He will tell you that, okay, next time now, Abby, because at the end of the day, you didn't achieve your aim. So elevator or elevator pitch is just for you to be able to target that person, get it right. And in so doing, what you want is for him to give me your, at least take my card. If you are able to talk to any personality you want to meet and the person say, oh, here's my card, send me your proposal, or here's my email, send me your document, then you eat it. That is what we are saying. That first impression.
I'll further prepare myself.
Yes, so,
thank you.
Yes. So thank you for that. At least you've learned something. So let's take 2 more people so that we can round up. It's already 2 now. So the session is meant to end for 2. So let's just take 2 and we round up.
Good afternoon, ma.
Good afternoon.
I'm Ajibola Bola Anuluapo. I'm representing Boas Consultants, ma.
Okay.
I'm speaking to His Excellency Dr. Abiodun. Sir, Boas Consultants is into human resource and customer relationships, and I learned that you have a lot of complaints and factories, sir. We can be one of your agents that will help you to recruit a qualified and a bona fide candidate, sir. Sir, with this, sir, can I have your email or contact, sir?
You just talk and you expect me to give you my email. Do you think he's put like that? Yeah, so the essence is that he must be listening to you. There must be a key attention. So what do you think you can do to get that key attention in that short time? That is the strategy you now have to start looking out for. This class, I'm happy that we've learned a lot in this process. So just go back home and start looking at the strategy. Imagine yourself, stand in front of mirror and imagine that, wow, I'm meeting this person. Time yourself. That is how you start practicing. That is how you start. So you start from the elevator pitch, you move to the short form, then you move to the long form. So when you are now called in a global stage to present, definitely, because you have done your own work, you'll be able to do that. I can many hands. So Peter Simon, I know I've not had that name since. Peter Simon, Stephen Chibu. Let me take just the 2 of you so we can then move on.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good
I'm by
afternoon.
name. Good afternoon, sir, His Excellency. I'm by name Peter Simon Ochako. I'm into roofing and construction. I'm the CEO of Super Perfect Roofing and Construction Nigeria Limited. Our principal objective is to become the leading provider of high quality roofing and construction service in our region. Outstanding customer service and innovation. We aim at long-lasting relationship with our customer. Sir, please, it will be a great privilege if I can have access to your email for further expression. Thanks.
Wow. So you can see, I love the fact that you are able to have that please. You know, this is culture. So that make it real. Make it real. Make it like, yes, this is the person. How are you going to approach him? Because for somebody to now listen to you, it depends on your approach. For somebody to now go to that length of saying, here is my card, then it requires another approach. And this is where strategy, character comes to play. And that's where a lot of people strike a deal at the airport or in a short time like this. So that is just the essence of teaching. And in fact, if you teach well to convince that person at that elevator pitch stage, most of the time you won't even, once the person grab that information and the person really is keenly interested in that, the person will be the one that will reach out to you and call you back. So what you are able to tell, or the story of impact and how you are able to pitch your work, is just what will make it different. Yes, thank you very much for everyone who have joined. And of course, the assignment is meant to be submitted on Sunday. As a group, you need to work together again to perfect that pitch deck, whatever slides column you need to add again to also build it up. You are free to do that. So in this few time, let me just take questions from anyone before we call it a day.
Good afternoon, ma.